The advocates roar, Afton Tasler's fight for the big cats. The wild has always called to Afton Tasler. From a young age, she understood that true strength lies not just in power, but in protection. This driving belief led her to Southern Illinois University, where she dedicated herself to zoology, absorbing everything she could about biology, ecology, and the laws governing wildlife conservation. Graduation day was not an ending, but a fierce launching point. Afton knew her classroom knowledge was only the foundation. Her mission was clear: to step into the world and actively safeguard the majestic, often misunderstood creatures who needed her voice most. For the next 15 years, Afton committed herself heart and soul to a big cat rescue sanctuary. It was here, amongst the roaring lions and silent, powerful tigers, that her true life's work began. She spent long days and nights rehabilitating animals like Samson, a lion rescued from a dire roadside zoo. She worked alongside seasoned professionals, including Alara, who taught her patience and resilience. Life at the rescue was demanding. Every enclosure cleaned, every meal prepared, every interaction was done with precision and love. Afton learned the individual personalities of the residents, the mischievous leap of the tiger, the profound gaze of the leopard. She understood these were not pets. They were complex, wild beings deserving of respect, and their suffering was due to human negligence. But despite the tireless work of the sanctuary, the flow of abused and illegally kept big cats never stopped. Afton saw the terrible cycle repeating itself. The animals needed more than just rescue. They needed the law to change. She realized that boots on the ground weren't enough. She needed to take her fight to the halls of power. Afton traded her khaki work clothes for professional attire and headed to Washington, D.C., her new mission, lobbying for the Big Cat Safety Act. This crucial piece of legislation would restrict the private ownership and exhibition of lions, tigers, and other big cats. It was a daunting challenge, requiring endless meetings, presentations, and unwavering commitment. Lobbying required relentless organization and the courage to speak truth to power. Afton sat in offices and committee rooms, sharing the powerful stories of the animals she had saved. She educated legislators on the dangers posed by private ownership, emphasizing the risk to both the public and the animals. She wouldn't take no for an answer. Finally, after years of dedication, phone calls, and cross-country travel, the gavel dropped. The Big Cat Safety Act was passed into law. This massive victory meant that fewer animals would suffer, and Afton's 15 years of advocacy had secured a lasting legacy of protection. It was a triumph achieved through fierce determination and independence. Having helped change the landscape for big cats nationwide, Afton returned home to Florida for her next great role, managing the Humane Society of Tampa Bay. Here, she applies her vast experience in welfare, operations, and advocacy to help all domestic animals in need, fostering a strong, compassionate community dedicated to animal safety. Afton Tasler is proof that passion, paired with rigorous knowledge and unstoppable grit, can change the world. She built a remarkable career by defining her own path, from the classrooms of SIU to the cages of the rescue, and finally, to the highest halls of government. Her story inspires all of us to pursue meaningful work and be fiercely independent advocates for those who cannot speak for themselves.